Can you hear me in the back?
No.
You cannot? Okay.
That's a
Pardon?
We can't hear you in the front.
Yeah, we can.
You can't hear me in the front either?
No.
I don't know that I can talk a whole lot louder than this, but I'll do my best.
That's better.
Is that better? Okay, I'm obviously going to ask my fellow commissioners to project as much as they can. At any time, if you're having a hard time hearing us, just raise your hand and we'll just remind ourselves to speak more loudly. That being said, even though the firm is a little bit challenging from an AV standpoint, I do want to thank Senator Chang for allowing us to use this room. I think it's a beautiful room, so it's not the most efficient setup. Please again, raise your hand at any point if you can't hear myself or the commissioners or any of our staff at the table, as you as well as you stop objecting, particularly those of you that are facing away from your audience. Can I ask if anybody recording this meeting? Let me put the public on notice this meeting is being recorded. Can I ask everybody to turn their cell phones off or put them on silent, please? Thanks. I'm going to walk through the agenda quickly and we'll get started. My guess is that this is going to be a 2-hour meeting plus or minus, but we'll take as long as we need. The agenda is back to, after our last meeting, was focused on regulations, it's back to a more standard agenda. So we have minutes from a meeting that was a 2-day meeting, April 25th and 26th. So we'll discuss and vote on that. The executive director will go through a standard report with respect to licensing statistics, but there is one job description that we will discuss and we'll vote on. We have kind of a range of actions to take. One is with respect to staff application for a change of ownership for human treatment access. We have 2 staff recommendations on final licenses, and adult use and a medical license. We have 4 provisional license applications, 3 in adult use, 1 in medical. And then there are 3 topics for discussion and vote by the commission. First being a request by the executive director to set clear guidelines in terms of his authorities with respect to procurement, what the limits are, so we'll discuss and vote on that. You will recall that at the meeting, I think 6 weeks plus or minus ago, we talked about getting some additional help in terms of arms and legs to help us do financial investigation required with some of the changes of ownership and new applications. So we'll discuss an RFR for that and vote on it. And we have the staff recommendation to settle an enforcement action that we will again discuss and vote on. We have a lot of things on the agenda, but I do expect that we will get done by 3 o'clock plus or minus. We also have a finalized set of dates and locations for our next set of meetings, which will be about regulations. So I'll go through that and then we'll close the meeting. With that being said, let me start with minutes. And first, I guess there are 2 days, the 25th and 26th of April. We did not adjourn between the 25th and 26th, so it was essentially 1 meeting, so it was 1 set of meeting minutes. Can I ask the commissioner to get a chance to review the minutes on all your questions or comments on the minutes? Commissioner Doyle.
Mr. Chairman, at the top of at least what I have is page 16, the last sentence of the first paragraph. There was originally a sentence about the proposed energy amendments that I described that I think is slightly inaccurate. So I'd just like to delete that last sentence and substitute another one. If I can read it to you.
Sure, please do.
Commissioner Doyle described proposed amendments regarding licensees submitting the energy compliance letters as part of the application process and other amendments related to energy and environmental issues.
That's what you're proposing inserting.
Yeah.
Basically, deleted sentence. Okay, thank you. Any other comments or questions in response to Commissioner Doyle's request? Okay, then can I ask please for a motion to approve the minutes on April 25th and 26th, subject to the modification requested by Commissioner Doyle? And a second, please. The Secretary, Commissioner Brown, made the motion to approve, seconded by Commissioner McBride. All in favor? Let the record show that the Commission has to approve minutes from April 25th, 26th, 2019. I don't see Andrew here, but whoever he is, thank you for getting us close to being up to date. We've got some more work to do there, but thank you for that. Mr. Executive Director, it's time for your report, starting with your job description for Associate Enforcement Counsel.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. As indicated, the job description reporting to the role of Associate Enforcement Counsel. As you also know we currently have one enforcement counsel, Paul Fair. He primarily supports our licensing enforcement team with a variety of things, including interpreting regulations and working to support their field activity, as well as managing special investigations when necessary. And what we found is the officer did tremendous hard work, especially with new regulations, including the medical programs transfer over to the commission. So this is an attempt, I think, to build out that team to continue to support our staff that is in the field, but also make sure that we're able to efficiently and effectively work through our licensing and enforcement elements, and also to support the collaboration between the rest of the staff and the agency, including our legal staff, under Bailey and the council leadership, to make sure that we're balance that work efficiently and effectively. So we have before you a job description that is intended again to support him in his role here at the commission, but also to build out and make sure that that portion of our enforcement team is not become a bottleneck in any way, but again, looking to efficiently and effectively continue to support that team. So happy to take any questions you may have, and anticipating this is something that was or is question for this fiscal year.
And unfortunately, I don't have to ask the question, otherwise they're trying to.
This will likely be the term.
As Commissioner, do you have any questions or comments on your staff posting? Gentlemen, when do you release?
We just posted, so within the job description, we just posted the role of investigators for hire additional folks there. There's a couple of other positions within that organization that we were coming to a close, so once those are final, I guess I want to make sure we're able to easily respond to applicants, I would say, over the next few weeks.
Okay, thank you. Then, can I ask you for a motion to approve the job description for associate council and authorize the director to post the job description? And a second, please. The first official project is going to be approved, second, second, all in favor? So we first, the first official has to approve the job description. Now, before we get into the license, is there anything else you'd like to cover?
Just as far as the regulatory process, I think it's probably time to
Yeah, I think that's Sean.
talk through that. So as you know, the last meeting I was tasked with kind of developing a process. That process is well underway at this point. I think we're on track to bring the regulatory regulations draft to a close in your consideration at the same timeline at the end of this month. There are some items that are policy related that need to refer to the commission. Nothing else, just to settle the final details of the actual specific proposed policy. So I think, again, as I mentioned, we're on track. The meetings.
A lot of interest in our commission today.
Field trip season.
Oh, is it?
As I was saying, there's a process underway where I think staff is trying to collaborate as best as possible with those commissioners in a way that I think allows for the process to come to a close. As indicated, likely going to be meeting at the end of the month. I think it's June 25th, and as mentioned last meeting, we're holding the same days that we would.
Yeah,
So you agree
25th and 26th and 27th.
So the way that sequence I think will play out is that there are some number of policies that will likely return to the commission for consideration. That number should be within the handful range. That said, once those are done, we can embed them within the draft of regulations, and we'll bring the final draft or any draft of regulations to you for consideration within that time frame. So I'm confident we'll be able to achieve that, and we'll be effective in getting the community for consideration. So that process is underway, and I'm pleased with the progress.
Okay, and I'd just like to start back to the council and the rest of the staff who's involved in this. Pretty complicated time to make it, so we're grateful for that. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Executive Director, anything else before we go to
Not this time.
okay, so let's go through your schedule for us.
So this is a high-level view of our licensing portal as you're used to. You'll see there's a total of 3,570 total applications. However, there are 430 that are pending before the commission. One packet having been considered or submitted to the commission. 284 have been withdrawn, 2,684, the vast majority remain complete. There's been 172 applications considered by the commission today. And the breakdown on the right hand side is 430 that are pending at least one package. This next slide indicates the total 435 that are review. You see this difference of 14, which is more in line with our steady state between the meetings of the commission. And the breakdowns on the left-hand side, of those 435, there's 185 that have secured R&D priority status, 10 that have secured economic empowerment priority status, and 240 of the applicants, 435 represent 234 separate entities.
Thank you. Any questions?
This next slide here indicates the disadvantaged business enterprise statistics of those 135 applications. You'll see that the majority, 376, have not identified as a PBE business, and they have a breakdown on the left-hand side, as well as a pie graph on the right-hand side, pie chart, excuse me. This slide here indicates where those 435 are pending as far as the commission's review. You'll see there's 144 that are awaiting their initial review, 74 have been reopened and require additional information. 42 are awaiting a third-party response, which is, in this context, a background check or a municipal response. There are 3 before you for consideration today. As indicated, 172 have already been considered by the commission.
Questions? Thank you.
This slide here indicates where those applications are pending across the Commonwealth. You'll see on the left-hand side is a breakdown of where those 14 originally from the new applications that have been received since the commission's last meeting. You'll see the predominant location is Worcester County, that remains to be the case. You'll see where the additional applications stem from, again, on the left-hand side.
Thank you.
This next slide here is just retail applications and where they're proposed across the Commonwealth. And again, similar to the last slide, you'll see the breakdown of the 5 new applications that have come in the past 2 weeks, where those are from, again, across the Commonwealth. And again, Worcester County being the predominant location.
Thank you.
This slide here pivots a bit, which is to now consider adult use agent applications. You'll see there's 5,939 total applications. Again, the majority of those applications are active, which is 3,996. There are actually 468 that are pending before the commission at this point. 365 still being reviewed. 102 have been reopened with additional information. 1 is awaiting a third-party response, which in this context is a lab agent requiring fingerprints. And again, if this is approved or considered, I should say, on a rolling basis, there are 0 that are pending awaiting approval.
Thank you.
This slide here indicates the demographics of those agents, or 4,464, which is the total that are active or pending at this point. You see the predominant gender identified as that of male at 66.9%, and 32.7% identified as female. This next slide is continuing with demographics for agents of the 4,464. Total is the predominant amount or predominant race or ethnicity identified as white at 73.6%. Again, the table on the left-hand side breaks it down further based on disclosures or identified race or ethnicity.
Questions? Comments? Thank you.
This next slide indicates some medical use of marijuana program statistics. Again, the ability of our portal to extract this information versus the existing license process that exists for medical use of marijuana program, it's not identical, so I think that we evolve in the future to think about how best to combine those processes. This information is kind of extracted manually. So that said, there are 155 total applications across the program. You'll see that there are 89 that have expired, 21 that are in the siting profile, 10 in the management operations profile, and 32 in the application intent stage. There are 105 provisional medical treatment center provisional registrations for their final, 50 have commenced their operations, and 3 have expired, so a total of 160.
Thank you. Questions?
Similarly, this is some information relative to the agents in the medical use of marijuana program. So there's a total of 5,944 applications. That said, there's 4,019 that are active. Again, about 1,800 or so have been surrendered. There are pending 85 applications. This is a similar process to our own use, which is considered on a rolling basis. On the right-hand side, we have the volume of certified patients. Those are active patients, certified phlebotomists, certified caregivers, and certified clinicians. One thing I actually like to do moving forward is extract a bit deeper on the clinician side to identify those that are doctors, those that are nurse practitioners, and career physicians.
Thank you. That'd be useful. Questions?
I think on the commission, we also talked about geographic
Anything else on licensing statistics, Mr. Executive Director?
I believe there's some social equity program.
Yeah, no, before we get to that, I just want to make sure that, okay.
So this slide here, as the commission will recall, the first program of the social equity program was held on Saturday, June 1st. This is some high-level data from that, or kind of a glimpse of that program. There were 17 applicants or attendees that are social equity program participants that attended. It was an all-day event, so about 8 hours of programming. One of the things I think was important in that context was it was managed and run by the commission. It was something that both commissioners as well as staff participated in, as well as we had some folks from that are active in the industry come and share their perspective. So again, this is a high-level overview. I was certainly proud of the staff that participated in their willingness to attend and offer their perspective as well as the commissioners. I think overall the feedback was very positive. As that program continues to be built out and evolve, it's one of the things that we're going to look to be collaborative with the participants to figure out what exactly they need or what their interests are, making sure we're going to provide it to them, but also as we continue to manage through our procurement process, which I believe is coming to a close hopefully very soon. We will build that program up a lot more effectively with it needs to evolve, making sure that it's satisfying what we think it obviously should be, but also what the participants are looking for content. But it's one of the things that I spent the majority of the day there myself, and again the staff did as well. I think it was a very good environment and climate that was overall very positive. So
I was really incredibly engaged, but there's a ton of energy and positive thanks to the staff for organizing that. So yes, it's just a social equity program now.
Yes, so this is overall social equity program, which again the ability of our portal where these applications are managed through to extract this information. It's very intuitive. There have been 42 applicants who have been approved thus far. 115 have been reopened or require additional information for us to consider it. There also are 214 that are complete and pending review, and 296 that are incomplete for a grand total of 667. Those that are complete or pending reviews, the breakdown there on the right-hand side of certain demographic information as well as underwriting information that we'll capture relative to their status as either a veteran or farmer, or the priority status of the superior. So again, that's on the right-hand side. So grand total of 42 have been approved to date, and there's 214 that are still pending review, as well as 150 that are reopened and require additional information. No one has been denied. I think that's important to say here. If there's information that's required, or additional information we do need, the first step is to reopen that. That's going to come back.
Great, thank you. Questions? Commissioner Black?
So we have another segment coming up on Monday. How many folks are we anticipating attending?
It's more than the 17 we had the first time. And what we try to do as well is break it down by where the applicant actually resides. So we see the majority of applicants that have been approved today do come from Suffolk County, at least, or Boston, Metro Boston in particular. But I would say probably 20 to 25.
Mr. Tower?
I want to echo thanks to the staff, Eric and your team in particular. It surpassed my expectations. I was wondering, as we start getting the feedback from the participants, can we have a high-level overview of their feedback included in the data?
We can aspire to, I guess I want to, yes. I want to respect their privacy, but also I think I want to make sure it's more articulate in the way that, so whether it be quotes or something that is manageable from a data collection standpoint. So, yes, I will find a way to do that.
So let's wait until we have you for on. Thank you. Any other questions or comments?
So this year's additional demographic or information that we've gathered through the social equity program application. This slide in particular breaks down the various tracks that are available. As you recall, there's the entrepreneurial track, the re-entry track, core track, as well as ancillary. This is the total of those that are either approved or pending, and what they've identified as being most significant or appropriate for their intended experience in the industry as far as being entrepreneurial, entry, re-entry, core, ancillary. You see the majority is a little more than 70% identified entrepreneurial as being most relevant. And then additionally within entrepreneurial, which license type they may pursue, they intend to pursue.
We ask you about non-licensed and ancillary businesses?
We
We
don't
don't ask in the application, do
We do not. As far as which specific, it would be probably a recommended fill in the blank,
we? Okay.
but it's something we can certainly consider.
Yeah, it's just, there are tremendous opportunities in that part of the industry as well, so I'm sure people are aware. Okay. Any questions or comments?
This next slide indicates the race, ethnicity, as well as the gender of those that have applied. You'll see that the majority identified as Black African American, and again, the majority identified as male. This is again the 150 that are either are pending or been approved.
The entrepreneur.
Correct. Sorry about that. This year is for the re-entry track, so it's 23. Again, the majority identified as Black African American, the majority identified as Thank you. Continuing along, we see the core track, again, the same trend, which is majority identified as Black African American, majority identified. And lastly is the ancillary track, again, majority identified as Black African American, majority identified.
Great, thank you. Any questions or comments?
Moving forward, as far as the data presentation, one of the things that now that we do have the open data platform, like I said, prepare you for the fact that the presentation from the data standpoint may look a bit different. What we're going to try to do obviously is align it more closely with our open data platform, and I think actually what we'll present as data will be a little more intuitive as far as where the overall application process is, goes with events operations, finalists, results, and also just that track is big to you as well. So that way, in case it gets confusing, as far as what the slide looks like or what the data platform demonstrates. So
Hopefully we'll significantly reduce the work part of the staff and producing these slides as well.
we're attempting to work smart.
That's great. That being said, I still appreciate the work of staff getting us into these meetings every 2 weeks, and sometimes more frequently. So, anything else in your report, Mr. Executive Director?
Not at this time.
Yeah. Any questions or comments for the Executive Director before we move on to the agenda? Okay, the next item on the agenda is a staff recommendation for change of ownership application for the treatment access in LLC. Patrick, you're in the legal counsel. I'm sorry, I will be the counsel. Sorry about that. I apologize. I just wanted to, again, it's going to be a constant theme, but I wanted to thank staff. This was an incredibly thorough investigation, in my opinion. We discussed what you found with just the effort and thoroughness. I just wanted to commend the staff on. Mr. Potter.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As you stated, this change of ownership and control application was submitted by New England Treatment Access LLC. This change of ownership and control application will essentially affect 4 adult use licenses and 2 medical licenses. The individuals acquiring ownership or control interests over these licenses include the following: William Wrigley Jr., James Whitcomb III, Andrew Smith, Cameron Champion, Levent Hamdemir, Sarah Loya, Mary Rashid, James Holmes III, Thomas Venables, Jason Becker, Warren Durkin Jr., Michael Zinsky, Christopher Alley, John Rasmussen, and Charles May. The entities that are also requesting ownership or control interest over these licenses include the following: SH Parent Inc., which will hold securities in CBPB Holdings Inc. and Sotera Holdings Incorporated; Green Health Endeavors LLC, which will hold securities in SH Parent Inc.; SH Partnership of Tampa LLC, which will also hold securities in SH Parent Inc.; Delray Investments LLC, which will hold securities in SH Parent Inc.; and Trust Number 101, which is the manager of Green Health Endeavors LLC. Background checks were conducted on all the individuals and entities disclosed within the application. No suitability issues were discovered. The individuals and entities that are requesting ownership and control over the licenses do not appear to have exceeded any ownership or control limits over any particular license type or cultivation canopy limit. Commission staff conducted an organizational and financial inspection into the individuals and entities associated with this change. Commission staff found no issues or inconsistencies with the information provided to the Commission in the application. Commission staff recommend review and decision on this request for change of ownership and control, and if approved, request that approval be subject to the conditions before you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Martin. May I ask questions or comments?
Mr. Chair,
You can go on.
first, thank you for all the work you've done. It was very thorough and provided us with information regarding Sutera's record of compliance in other states. Recognizing that there has been some issues in Florida in particular, I would like to propose 2 additional conditions to the change of ownership. Mr. Chairman, the Commissioner has questions about that.
Absolutely, please go ahead.
Within 30 days of the execution of the change of ownership, the licensee should submit a plan for compliance with 105 CMR 590.02 subsection A, which supplies local amendment to the 2013 G code, following the completion, regarding each location where edible marijuana-infused products are produced or sold. So that would be condition number 1 in addition to what Mr. Cochran read. Proposed condition number 2 would be within 30 days of the execution of the change of ownership, the licensee shall submit a plan to assure compliance with advertising and marketing requirements of 935 CMR 500 following the completion of period.
Very-
Yep.
Were you able to get that down from staff?
And I can also supply the language.
Okay. Other comments or questions? Commissioner Cox?
First of all, I just want to thank you and your whole team. It was so thoughtfully prepared, so thorough, so intuitive, and I can just imagine how much work went into it. So I really appreciate that. First question, one of the officers, Warren Durkin Jr., was listed as owning a small number of shares in a publicly traded cannabis company with operations here in Massachusetts. Can you confirm that he doesn't have any, or whether he has a decision-making role in that company?
Mr. Durkin was interviewed about that disclosure. He stated that he has a brokerage account. It's managed by someone other than himself, and that he buys and sells cannabis stocks, and some of them he only holds for a few days at a time, and he definitely owns way less than controlling interest in any of the companies.
Secondly, Addendum 11 listed the compliance violations in Florida, which Commissioner Commission addressed, including a violation of Florida medical marijuana advertising restrictions, the shutdown of the Florida processing facility because it hadn't completed a food safety good practices inspection, and a notice by the Florida Department of Health that the secure access features of a facility didn't match what was in the application. Has our staff reviewed those notices and corrective action plans as applicable, and do those present any suitability concerns?
We contacted my counterpart in the state Florida medical marijuana program. She advised that these are medical marijuana facilities, and therefore a certain amount of information related to these places protecting information, and she did not provide us with actual notice of deficiency statements or similar documents. She did say that Sutera was in compliance with everything, that any deficiencies that have been observed in past inspections have been corrected, and we were in good standing with the Florida medical marijuana program.
Addendum 11 also included a confidential settlement from less than a year ago about a dispute with, I believe, an employee separation from the company. Has that settlement been requested, or was anyone interviewed about that separation?
It was not. It was a confidential, mutually agreeable settlement. The details weren't available to us, and it did not raise a suitability issue with us.
And then lastly, is there a process in place to update the ownership certificate with regard to the new owners?
So once in change of ownership application is approved by the commission, staff will go back to notify the applicant or the licensee in this case, and what will happen is based on the information that was presented in the application and approved by the commission, their license records will be updated.
Commissioner Cox? Are there other comments or questions? what I would like to do is ask please for a motion to approve the change of ownership, subject to the conditions on the staff recommendation, as well as the 2 additional conditions requested by Commissioner Doyle. And a second, please. However, the motion was made by Commissioner Doyle, seconded by Commissioner McBride. All in favor? Let me refer staff now to approve the change of ownership for our Appointment and Treatment Assets LLC. Again, I really do appreciate, I understand all the district since the acquiring company is a private corporation. Makes the data gathering and digging down more time-consuming and challenging. So to both the investigation licensing teams, thank you very much for the work here. Okay, we are done with this agenda item. I think we're now back into final licenses. And again, we had a retail license for adult use and a marijuana treatment center license. Mr. Potter, we're going through this. Okay, so we start with Lead Spring Incorporated doing business with Age Cannabis Company, MR 281-240 retail. Mr. Potter.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As you stated, the licensee here is Late Spring Incorporated doing business as Age Cannabis Company. The location is 38 Littleton Road in Air, Mass. The license being sought here is a retail license. The licensee is an applicant for a product manufacturing operation in Littleton. And as note, the owner of this marijuana establishment, John Hillier, is also the owner of this entity, as well as Central Ag Compassionate Care Incorporated. Central Ag Compassionate Care is an operational NTC with a final certificate of registration and has also applied for adult use cultivation and product manufacturing licenses. The licensee was approved for provisional licensure here on September 20th, 2018. They have paid all applicable license fees. No new information has been reported to Commission staff regarding the organizational structure of the entity. Additionally, no new information has been discovered by Commission staff regarding the suit. The initial inspection took place at this facility on February 6, 2019. The licensee's establishment was inspected by Commission staff and found to be in full compliance with the Commission's regulations. No evidence was discovered during the inspection that indicated that the establishment was not in compliance with applicable state and local codes, laws, ordinances, or fines. Specific information that's gathered during these inspections that is highlighted for you here is in regards to security procedures. Enforcement staff do review certain security procedures, including the security of all entrances and exits, visitor procedures, limited access areas, verification of security systems, perimeter and duress alarms, and compliance with the camera requirements of the regulations. Also, inspected here was inventory and storage requirements. As this is a retail operation, we did inspect the verification of identification procedures for access to the establishment, the layout of the sales floor, and the availability and contents of adult use consumer education materials. Commission staff therefore do recommend final licensure with the conditions required.
Thank you, Mr. Potter. Other questions, comments? Commissioner Doyle.
And this question, to be clear, derives from curiosity, not from concern. I know that this is going to be called Gage Cannabis Company, and we have a related medical marijuana treatment center going forward as Central Ag Compassionate Care. Do we have any idea? Is there any plan to change the name, or are they just going on separate tracks?
I believe they're drawing on separate tracks as of now.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Any other questions or comments? Can I have a motion please to approve the staff and recommendation to issue final license to Late Spring Incorporated doing business with Age Cannabis Company, MR 281-240 retail? And a second, please. Second. That's Secretary Commissioner McBride made a motion to approve, seconded by Commissioner Doyle. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Commissioner Doyle. Let the Secretary of the Commission approve the staff recommendation for Late Spring Incorporated DBA Age Cannabis Company, MR 281-240 retail at 4 in favor of Commissioner McBride, Doyle, Hoffman, and Flanagan. Commissioner McBride will abstain. Thank you. Ms. Bachman, next is Sanctuary Medicinals Incorporated, R&D 11-24-127, Brooklyn Integrated Medical Marijuana Treatment Center, R&D. Bachman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The licensee here is Sanctuary Medicinals Incorporated. As this is a medical marijuana treatment center, they are vertically integrated. Their operations for cultivation and product manufacturing will occur at 234 Taylor Street in Littleton, Mass. Their medical dispensary will be at 2 Electronics Avenue in Danvers. The licensee does have 2 other MTC licenses, one for a dispensing operation in Gardner, another one for a dispensing operation in Newburgh. The licensee here was approved for provisional licensure by the Department of Public Health on August 21st of 2017. The licensee has paid all applicable fees. No new information has been reported to Commission staff regarding the organizational structure, and also no new information has been discovered by staff regarding the suitability. The initial inspection took place at this facility on April 2nd of 2019. The licensee was inspected by Commission staff and found to be in full compliance with the Commission's regulations. No evidence was discovered during the inspections that indicated that the treatment center was not in compliance with any applicable state and local codes, ordinances, and bylaws. As this is a vertically integrated medical marijuana treatment center, they were inspected for the same security procedures as all other licensees, which include the security of all entrances and exits, visitor procedures, limited access areas, verification of security systems, perimeter and duress alarms, and to ensure that all that cameras did comply with the Commission's regulations. Additionally, we inspected certain requirements of the inventory and storage, their cultivation operation, product manufacturing operation, and retail operation, which included the verification of their identification procedures for access, layout of sales floor, availability of contents of patient education materials, and policy to ensure dispensing limits are followed. Therefore, Commission staff do recommend issuing a final license with the conditions before you.
Thank you, Mr. Putnam. Other questions or comments? Then I'm asking for motion just to approve the staff recommendation to issue a final license to Sanctuary Medicinals Incorporated RMD 1127 for integrated medical marijuana treatment center and RMD. Can I second, please? Let the record show that Commissioner Doyle made the motion to approve, seconded by Commissioner McBride. All in favor? Aye. Let the record show that the Commission unanimously approves staff recommendation for Sanctuary Medicinals Incorporated RMD 1127. Thank you very much, Mr. Putnam. That's it for final licenses. There are 4 provisional licenses, again 3 in adult use, and 1 medical. Again, Mr. Putnam, will you lead this conversation?
Yes, sir.
No rest for the weary, huh?
Keep going.
Okay. First up is INSA Incorporated MRN 281892 Retail. Mr. Putnam.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As you stated, the applicant here is Insight Incorporated. The proposed location is 462 Highland Avenue in Salem, Mass. The license being sought is a retail license. This applicant is a licensee currently that operates a cultivation, product manufacturing, and a retail location that have commenced operations in his name. The individuals associated with this application include the following: Mark Satirka, Brian Hammond, Mike Evans, Peter Gallagher, Patrick Bunchlet, and Steve Riley. One entity other than the entity itself does have some ownership and control over this establishment. It's GPM2 LLC, and they will be providing capital resources. This applicant was MTC priority applicant, and again, they do have a final certificate of registration from the Department of Public Health previously issued. The applicant and municipality did execute a host community agreement. The applicant did conduct a community outreach meeting in Salem. The Commission did receive a municipal response from Salem on April 24th, stating that the applicant was in compliance with all local ordinances and bylaws. The applicant did submit a positive impact plan, which includes the following initiatives: host at least 1 job fair annually in Lynn, assist in raising charitable donations and contribute employees' time to Lynn-based organizations such as Lynn Community Health Center once per quarter, and lastly, utilize vendors and contractors from Lynn for site improvements. There were no concerns rising from suitability concerns arising from the background checks on any of the individuals and entities. There were some disclosures, however, none of these disclosures raised suitability issues. The applicant states that they could be operational within 3 months of receiving its provisional license. The applicant did submit a diversity plan, which includes the following initiatives: eliminate bias practices from the hiring of individuals, solicit minority, women, and veteran organizations for the purpose of referring candidates for employment, provide 2 career development counseling sessions per year, provide at least 6 mentoring sessions annually, and lastly, offer at least 4 career development training programs annually. As this is a retail application, they did submit a plan for obtaining marijuana and marijuana products. As they are a vertically integrated medical marijuana treatment center, they plan on providing their own products. They're also operational on the adult use side. If the need arises, they will contract with other licensed establishments for additional product. Therefore, Commission staff do recommend issuing a provisional license with the conditions before you.
Thank you, Mr. Cochran. Mr. Plankin?
Mr. Chairman, I have some conditions that I'll just on the public impact plan.
Please go ahead.
In the public impact plan, it says that it's targeting 20% of the hiring. And my question is, what time frame is that? Because it just said made accessible for to hire just 20% of the employees for the Salem floor. I'd like to know a time frame for that. Also, does that include current employees that are there as well? The other question I have is how many jobs do they expect to be created, and how does that 20% figure fit into that? Under the site improvements piece of this, it said that when upgrades are needed or expansion occurs, what if this doesn't happen? What's the plan? Because it's easy to say if they're going to do something, but if they're not going to, then what's the plan for that? And under the charitable donations, I didn't see the letter of acceptance. I'm not sure if that was submitted.
Any Mr. Plankin? Any other questions or comments? Mr. Johnson?
Just a clarifying question. When I read a goal in a positive impact plan without a date specified, I assume that the default date is 1 year, since that's the new goal to be. Is that how you read it as well?
In the absence of a specific date, we look at it as one that they have to prove it on the 1 year renewal, but also that that's the benchmark continuously going forward.
Mr. Plankin?
Just with regards to that, I guess my question is, and maybe we need to spell this out a little bit, is that it would seem to be some of the things that I've seen in impact plans couldn't be achieved in 1 year, especially when they say they want to be a social justice leader, certification and things like that. So I guess I'm asking that they have to specifically put into the plan what their goal is for the limits, and not just assume the 1 year. Because I can see us coming back here in a year and having someone tell us that it's a loophole and that it was never spelled out and that they didn't have to really conform to that.
Well, I also think it's in their best interest as well, and we're assuming a year on something that is going to take longer than we've ever projected. So I think specifying time frame is actually very appropriate. Any other comments or questions? Then I'm going to ask for a motion to approve the staff recommendation. Is it INSA or INSA?
It should appropriately be called INSA.
Okay, that's right. Fine. So let me ask for a motion to approve the staff recommendation to issue a provisional license to INSA Incorporated, LRN 21892, retail subject to the additional condition of Commissioner. Can I second, please? You said you have a question. I have my questions. Now you can ask for a motion to approve staff recommendation for INSA Incorporated MRN 28192 retail subject to the additional conditions requested by Commissioner Flanagan. Thank you. Got a second, please? And work to the Commissioner Gomez, motion to approve, second by Commissioner McBride. All in favor? Work to the Commissioner Nancy approve staff recommendation for INSA Incorporated MRN and 28192. Thank you, Mr. Fox. Next is LC Square LLC, MCM 281717, Tier 3 Indoor Cultivation. Mr. Fox.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As you stated, the applicant here is LC Squared LLC. The proposed location is 173 Holland Avenue in Adams, Mass. The license being sought here is a Tier 3 Indoor Cultivation license. Currently, this applicant is not a licensee or applicant for any other marijuana establishment license. Individuals associated with this application are Arthur Babian and Tigran Damiani, both as owners and partners. There are no other entities other than the applicant that appear to have direct and indirect authority over this establishment. This applicant was the general applicant. The applicant did execute a host community agreement. They also did conduct a community outreach meeting in Adams. The commission did receive a municipal response from Adams on April 17, stating that the applicant was in compliance with all local ordinances and bylaws. The applicant submitted a positive impact plan, which includes the following initiatives: institute hiring practices that will prioritize the hiring of individuals from disproportionate areas with a focus on health outcomes. And secondly, provide industry-specific educational seminars annually. There are no suitability concerns that arose from any of the individuals associated with this application. There are also none of the usual disclosures. The applicant did submit a proposed timeline that stated that they could be operational within 2 months of receiving its provisional license. The applicant submitted a diversity plan, which includes the following initiatives: institute a blind hiring policy, and secondly, utilize suppliers, contractors, and wholesale partners that are owned by minorities, women, veterans, and people with disabilities. As this is a cultivation plan, they did submit a plan that demonstrated their ability to comply with the Commission's regulations. Therefore, Commission staff do recommend issuing a provisional license with the conditions before you.
Thank you, Mr. Clappin. Other questions or comments?
Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Flanagan.
Mr. Chairman, I have concerns with the positive impact plan. It says that they are going to make a concerted effort to hire around roughly 40% of their employees to meet the criteria. Again, I want to know the time frame because I know that's a hefty number. Also, it says that they're expected to have a job fair within 6 months of beginning operations. I'd like to know whether they're going to do that or not going to do that. Again, I think specificity is really important, given the fact that these positive impact plans are going to impact families, immediately after the places are opening. The other piece of this is that the social justice leader plan, while I appreciate their efforts to aspire to become a social justice leader, I don't think it's appropriate for a positive impact plan, given the fact that it is another incentive that we have in the commission. So my suggestion is that they either take it out or submit something else in place of that. Also, I think there's just a lot of filler in this plan, so I'd like to ask them to tighten it up and submit it.
Thank you. Any other comments or questions? Can I ask please for a motion to approve the staff recommendation to issue a provisional license to LC Square LLC, MCN 2811717, Tier 3 indoor cultivation, subject to the additional conditions provided by Commissioner Flanagan. Second, please. Let the record Commissioner Flanagan motion to approve, seconded by Commissioner Flanagan. All in favor?
Aye.
Let the record the Commission unanimously approve the staff recommendation for LC Square LLC, MCN 2811717. Thank you, Mr. Poppin. Next up is Sierra Natural Incorporated, MCN 282015, Tier 3 indoor cultivation again. Mr. Poppin.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As you stated, the applicant here is Sierra Natural Incorporated. The proposed location is 1 Industrial Road in Milford, Mass. The license being sought is a Tier 3 indoor cultivation license. Currently, the applicant has 3 final licenses, one for a Tier 3 cultivation location, a product manufacturing location, and a transportation operation. The individuals associated with this application include the following: Michael Dundas, Louis Carter, David Rosenberg, Robert Edelstein, Eric Wardrop, Thomas Plunkett, Michelle Foley, Jonathan Sandelman, Jennifer Drake, Mark Smith, Charles Miles, Steve Menzies, Mark Pitchford, Chris Burgrave, Carmelo Morel. The entities, other than the applicant itself,